Well, what do we have here? Shiny metal on these cross members on a 90s Chevy or GM truck frame? That's unheard of. But apparently not. Yes, this is their replacement frame for Old Blue. You know, well, maybe you don't know. Ooh, Dirty Max. Jeez, drive much? Old Blue, my old Chevy, sits over there. First truck I ever had. Wow, that guy was really romping on it. That poor Duramax. Speaking of Duramaxes, you notice anything different about Old Blue? Or Old Blue? Sierra? Holy. Sits 2 inches higher now. Did keys in the front and shock extensions so I could run factory shocks. And 2-inch blocks in the rear. And luckily the rear shocks are long enough. So first things first, this is the only problem with this frame, is the body mounts rot out. They all do, every truck, because the rubber, the body mount bushing, holds in dirt and salt, and then the moisture soaks into it and then they rot out. So I just have some pieces of 4-inch that I poorly plasma cut it out. We're just gonna lay them on there and bzzz, weld them fast, and it'll be good as new. But let's do some tractor updates. But yeah, finally making some progress on the poor Old Blue truck. So Boland's QT16, the engine's in. The video that is coming, I just have to finish it up, but it's in there. It runs and drives, needs a few things done. There's my cheaply made exhaust, which the exhaust is free, so that's why it looks as hideous as it does. There's some random junk. Oh, the junk deer is gone. The Case 220, that's my $5 Case 220. That'll be in an upcoming video. My brother's Ingersoll that does pretty much nothing. Parts cheap. Alice H3 dozer still around. Only one of the steering clutches works anymore, so that makes it a little bit fun to run, but it still works. Oh yeah, I gotta show you what we did to the old man's 06 Chevy. Mower deck for a Cub Cadet. Okay, Sears has had the mower deck on it. I'm using that frequently. Has a factory muffler on it. It is much quieter now, and I like it a lot better. Wow, pretty good low light on this. The Boland's 1050 has the hood back on. Oh yeah, and I got a reel mount, or a front mount reel mower. Works pretty good. I'm gonna step on it now. Main adapter, because any of the adapters you could buy wouldn't fit without cutting the hood, and I didn't want to cut the hood, so did that. Made it a little adapter that fastens to the choke, so I can operate the choke from the seat. Put a muffler on it. Works good. I changed the front axle because the old front axle was wore out and junk, and the steering had a bunch of slop in it. Now she's nice and tight. Before you could do that and it would not steer. Now look how far it steers when you do that. The Simplicity 7117, doing good. Made a tow bar for on the back of it. Kind of works. Wish the hydraulics were stronger, but it does all right. Magnum 18. Picked this up from the junkyard along with that one for 15 bucks. That was a vertical shaft. Now it's a horizontal shaft. Video of that coming very soon. Sweet. Ow! Here's the CJ6. Don't know if I showed you guys that, but Same story as that thing. It's got lockers front and rear, slightly lifted, low range, lower first gear. And it's got a best tops top on it. Works good. Does really good on the trail and runs down the road pretty good. Oh, and it's got overdrive too, so that makes it nicer. The brute force, it just hangs out in the garage. I don't use it much anymore. I'm contemplating selling it, but I fear that when I do, I'm really going to kick myself for it. So it's paid for, so what the hell. The 128D has a flat frickin' tire. Fantastic. Got to fix that. But other than that, it's got a new clutch in it. I think I did a video of that actually. But it works good. Been using it to maintain the driveway here somewhat, as best as it can. The poor Honda still here with, ironically, same flat tire that the 128D has. But still runs good. Ooh, the Vulcan Omni Pro 220. Fucking minty. Good welder. I've been using the hell out of this, and yeah, I'm pretty tickled with it. This thing still works pretty good, as does this. Yeah, I think I can insert some clips when we were wheeling with them here last weekend, right here. So here's the old man's 06 Chevy, the Duramax. It needed cab corners and rockers done, and a lot of it was pretty well paint chipped. It's got 268,000 miles on it, so it has a good excuse. So Dad goes, "Oh, what the hell? Line-X the whole truck." And you know, it looks pretty cool. We put these wheels on here. These XD series, KMS XD series. I don't know what they're actually called, but some Toyo Open Countries, and it looks freaking good. The poor plow truck. It's strictly stuck to lot duty now. The body's pretty rough. It doesn't always like to run, so we don't like to take it too far in case it leaves us sit. And now it's got a blown brake line, because I was trying to move the dump trailer out of that part of the garage with it, and when I hit the brakes, kablooey, rusty brake line, say no. So gotta fix that, but it's still gonna keep it around as a plow truck. This thing, so I don't know if I've talked about this in the video before. This is a 02 or 03 Dodge with 200 and some thousand miles on it, blown head gaskets. It's just a piece of junk, and so we've been beating the piss out of it, and I'm pretty sure the frame's broke on it, and was before we got it, or at least really badly rusted That's what it is. It's really badly rusted. But we've had some fun with it. I think there will be a video of that coming. But I'm going to get to work on my frame over here, and then I'm going to go up to my house and I'll update you on some of the stuff up there. Sweet. Much gooder. Got them all patched up. Even down to the worst one, which was this one. Which you can probably, yeah, you can see. Just have to drill the new holes. She'll be good. Got a crap flaking out of there still. Put some paint on that and it'll be fine. Oh yeah, and I had to fix one little spot back here in the cross member. You just put a piece of flat stock in there. Yeah, much better. I'm hoping here in the spring that maybe I'll have some exciting news for you guys, but we'll have to see about that. Still up in the air. Hopefully though. So going back to the 2-inch lift, like I said, it's just a 2-inch lift. It's a zone kit, zone off-road, and just keys in the front, and then they give you these taller shock brackets so you can use your factory shocks, because they say that nobody makes a good shock like factory shock, apparently, or a shock that lasts as long as a factory shock. And then here we'll get a closer look. Blocks, longer U-bolts, and the factory shocks are long enough in the back, although you do have to unbolt them to put the blocks in, and it doesn't tell you that in the instructions. Figured that out the hard way. This truck needs a bath, although it was washed 2 days ago. Right, stinky boy? I know, you want me to play ball. That was a piss poor throw. Let's try that again. Come here, Stinky. That's a little better, somewhat. Let's venture out back. Okay, so out back at the junkyard, I tried putting the mower deck for the HT20 on it, and the pulleys aren't lined up right, probably because of that. And it throws the belt as soon as you turn it on every time, so I gave up on it. Very stinky. The Gravely, as you can see, has a shinier deck on it. The one that was on the mower deck that was on this, basically the whole tensioner assembly inside came apart. So badly so that I managed to finish mowing my yard, and I really have no clue how the belt was still spinning all 3 blades like it was, because there should have been no reason. I'll insert I think I have a clip. I recorded that. Caution, there's some swearing. Ooh. Okay, out here at 9 o'clock at night. It's fucking dark. And I thought, hey, last time I mowed with the Gravely, which is basically an Ariens GT18, it sounded like the belt that wraps around the mower deck was slipping because all the blades were turning at different speeds. Okay, probably just needs a new belt. This thing, you have to take this top cover off. It unbolts from the deck, and you got to take the blade off the bottom because this is the center. Yeah, whatever the fuck that thing is. Oh, that used to be a bolt. These two used to be attached, and that used to be bolted, well, somewhere in here. Great! Looks like the Sears is going to be mowing the grass this time around. But yeah, there's the HT20. I fixed up the mower deck, or yeah, the mower deck, the factory gas tank for it. No, I'm not playing ball, meathead. I gotta do a YouTube video. I fixed up the gas tank for it. It had a hole punched right here and straight across, I think. JB welded it real nice, and it held for like a week and then started leaking. Oh, I know, life is over because you can't get your ball, meathead. So it's just been sitting around now, but it still runs. Been putzing it around. The 1864, the top seal on the power steering box blew out, so I got to bring that down this winter and tear that apart and rebuild the steering box, and then maybe we'll get to try out that snowblower I got for it. 44-inch 2-stage with a homemade weight box and weights for the back. 4 of those things, and each one of those is freaking heavy. So we'll see about that. Did you lose your ball in there again? You dumb dog, you. If I only had a brain. Do 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 do. At least you're handsome. That's all you got going for you. There ain't no frickin' brain in there. There ain't no brain in there. But we love you. And by we, I mean my wife and I. So the Cub Cadet original, I need to get that down to the house. That's what that Kohler Magnum 18 is for. But that's not going to happen until after I get that done, and maybe a couple other things. So this is a as I can project, but I think we're gonna fix it up and paint it like a red and white theme, kind of like this tractor here. So that ought to look pretty cool. The earrings, yeah, it's still just a parts tractor. That's probably all it's ever gonna be. Correction, that's all it's ever gonna be. I know, you just gotta play ball all the time. Every second I'm home, you gotta play ball, I know. But that came with this snowplow, which I believe is a 48-inch. Then I'm gonna try sticking that on the Gravely this winter, using that. Here's the mower deck for the Bollens QT16. I need to get that in storage for the winter so it's not rotting away. Which reminds me, I never really elaborated. My grandfather's got an Ariens GT20 that he uses for snow blowing in the winter, and it came with his mower deck, and he used it one time and then took it off and put the snowblower on. He uses a 0-turn to cut grass, so he doesn't need this. So I ended up with this deck, and it works awesome. So I'm gonna pop it off shortly and put it in the up on the scaffold or the pallet racking in the shop, and so it stays high and dry for the winter. Got various miscellaneous pieces of Cub Cadet snowplow. This I got from my buddy. Him and his brother had their way with it, as you can tell. So finally I managed to find a good one. So I just have to weld a couple crack spots on it, but at least it's not bent. So it has that going for it. But yeah, oh, and I got another set of wheel weights. Awesome. That poor K532. Maybe someday something will happen with it. So yeah, guys. What in the world? I guess that must have been a leaf. I saw a flash red down there. Just thought I'd give you an everything update for fall, seeing as how I haven't been on YouTube in the past couple months. Just been busy working and doing a bunch of other stuff. Summer's always my busy time, so I don't get too much free time, and the free time I do get, I like to spend getting stuff done and not being held up by making YouTube videos. Or not that it holds me, well, I didn't mean to make it sound like it's a giant inconvenience, because it's not, but you get a lot more work done when you don't have to stop and record your progress. And so I've just been cutting off on the YouTube videos and getting stuff done. But I do have a whole bunch, well, not a whole bunch, I have a few that I had been making. I just got to get edited and uploaded. So here, we'll do that soon. But I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, till the next video, take care. Fork!